Hi, my name's Steve. Welcome aboard my narrowboat home, Moorland Rose. Please join me as I take a slow boat through Britain. I left you last time as I waited for the stoppage at Audlem locks to be completed. It's an easy walk into the village and a lovely view over the valley. In the few days I was waiting, the English weather proved it could change in a moment from sleet and snow to a glorious sunset. The Shropshire Union Canal is renowned for the Shropshire Shelf, a concrete step just below the waterline in many places, meaning you cannot pull a boat in close to the bank. The preferred method of many boaters for preventing the constant banging of the boat against the shelf is the use of wheelbarrow wheels. With the stoppage completed and the weather looking fair, it's time to make a start on the 15 Audlem locks. I have walked up and set the lock ready for me to steer straight in. Someone is cultivating a small vegetable plot next to the bottom lock. You may notice that some of the lock gates are painted grey rather than the usual black. Rumour has it that the Shropshire Union Railway and Canal Company bought up surplus stocks of battleship grey paint from the Royal Navy after World War I, and British Waterways and Canal and River Trust have continued the tradition ever since. It feels good to get my first lock completed in quite a while. Most of the bywashes on the Shropshire are fairly benign, the flow being directed along the canal, but the odd one can catch you out. All lock gates have the year of manufacture and their weight stamped on them. I just remembered to remove the chimney. I wouldn't want to catch it on any of the bridges. The pub here is the Shroppy Fly, named after the fly boats which carried perishable goods like cheese. By changing their crew, they ran 24 hours a day on the Shropshire Union Canal and were given preference at locks. I had been hoping to call at this well-known pub, but unfortunately it was closed, waiting for a new tenant. The long entrance at this lock means I can pull up to it while I open the gates. The guy from the boat above the lock offers to work the lock for me. He's working down backwards to the water point. It's also a good chance to have a chat. The wind is picking up again. It wasn't supposed to be until later in the day. And you? How far are you walking?
Oh, Nantwich, that's all.
That's not too bad then.
We've done it for Wolverhampton and 3 stages.
Alright, cheers. Having checked Moorland Rose will not foul on the gate, I walk up to set the next lock. There's a lot of walking to do between the flights of locks when you're single-handed. might seem like a lot of trouble, but you should always close the gates behind you. It's a backup, just in case the other gates leak and drain the upper pound of water. Having set the next lock, I can go straight in. I don't just get to say hello to people. The wind is really starting to pick up now. At least I'm halfway up the flight. Many people say you should only lower the paddles using the windlass, but this way is perfectly acceptable as long as you keep control and not let it free fall. Again, checking the bow will not foul the gate, I can go and set the next lock. On my return, the gate is ready to open. A different technique entering the lock is to take the centre line and jump off at one of the little passageways at the foot of the lock, leaving moorland rows to cruise into the lock in neutral. That way I don't have to squeeze down the gunnels to reach the ladder. I can slow the boat with the line before it hits the top gate. It's nice to see the daffodils, reminding me spring's on the way. I need to head to the right to allow for the bywash pushing me over at this lock. I should have used that passage at the foot of the lock and saved this edging along the gunwales, but I was concentrating so much on the bywash I missed the opportunity. This bywash has a baffle to reduce the effect of the water pushing across the mouth of the lock. As I stop Moorland Rose in the mouth of the lock to close the gate, the twin effects of the overflow and the wind pull her across the canal. Despite numerous efforts, the only way I could get away was to pull with the centre line from the towpath. The joys of solo boating. 2 locks to go, and these are separate from the main flight, so no walking ahead. A great spot for a picnic on a summer's day. The bywash caught me out there. Beside the top lock is this little hut selling all types of goodies baked by the lady from the house. I just had to buy some flapjacks and a Bakewell tart. And the lovely lady offered to close the gate behind me. Thank you. Just around the corner. I had planned to moor just after the top lock, but with the wind and these trees I thought better of it and moved around the corner. A safer mooring given the wind. I hope you've enjoyed the trip up the 15 locks of Audlem. A total of 5 hours to cover 3 miles. And I walked nearly 6 miles between the locks. Who needs a gym membership? More locks next time at Audlem. When Thomas Telford laid out plans for this canal, he put the locks in batches to speed up the movement. Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. Subscribe if you like what I do. It doesn't cost you anything. I hope to see you soon, but for now, stay safe. Bye till next time.